Well, the original idea of this was to talk about what I've experienced and what I've witnessed through my 12 years in the TF2 community. My involvement in the community, it began all the way back in 2010 when while I was watching YouTube on my mom's iPhone, back when it had that little TV icon. I stumbled across a video from a YouTuber by the name of Kitty0706. A name that perhaps many older players of TF2 and many older TF2 fans recognize, considering his influence over the community with his animations, such as the moments with Heavy and Team Fabulous 2. He wasn't the only YouTuber from the TF2 community that I watched. I watched Musoak back in the day, quite a lot actually, but when it came to Funk, Stark underscore, and Germa, I never really watched them. I'm getting off topic a bit, am I? How about I talk about my very first game of TF2? It was on the night of November 22nd, 2015. My dad had just given me his laptop to occupy me with something while he went to go, well, do something. I think he thought I was just going to watch YouTube on it and play Flash games. But instead, what I did was I created a Steam account and installed Steam. I waited an hour or two for TF2 to finish installing, and when it finished installing, I immediately queued for a match. And the very first match I got into was on the map Egypt. I was ecstatic, and looking at the 9 classes, I picked the engineer. And the first building I put down was a dispenser, and when a soldier came up and started healing from it, I felt some legitimate pride from that. Don't remember what else happened in that match though. Then some 25 days later, I saw the Tough Break update come out. I thought, oh okay, and just continued on my merry way. Then some months later, the Meet Your Match update came out, and I watched that little video from Gina Whirl. When the war between the Heavies and the Pyros began, I sided with the Heavies. Of course, they were the losing side. It would be some more months before I saw the results of, well, that. And in October 2017, Jungle Inferno came out, and with it, I saw new weapons come out too. Of course, it was extremely novel at the time, and it was before these weapons were proved to be pieces of shit. Well, except for the second banana, but the sandwich still reigned supreme. After that, I was one of many to just continue waiting for the next major update that never arrived. And during that time, I witnessed many TF tubers come and go. I was a fan of Serious Martin, and in his videos, I saw a guy by the name of RT Gaming there. Eventually, Martin went dark, and RT Game moved on from TF2 to become a pretty successful gaming YouTuber. Peter Scraps and German Peter, well, I'm not exactly sure what happened to them. Soundsmith experienced some burnouts, but that didn't stop him from making more TF2 content. Usopp made the switch from TF2 to Overwatch back when it released, and shown himself to be nothing but a trend hopper. Maxbox seems to have gone silent. Karma Charger hated his situation. Star and Germa switched through other games. Fawful's Minion. Was he ever a TF2? Oh well. King Raja. Pretty sure he got tired of the act and decided to drop it. Well, looking at the current community of TF2, what do I think about it? What do I, a guy who has been in the community for about 12 years, have to say about the current status of it? Well, not much. That hasn't been said already. It's absolutely impressive that the community is this resilient after 5 years of a lack of any major update. I'm just happy for the most part to see that the community of this game is still going on pretty strong and even grew larger than before, even with the bots being killed off, for now at least. If I were to be asked what keeps people coming back to play this game, I would take a page out of Lazy Purple's book. The gameplay is extremely well crafted. Combine this with a low skill floor and a high skill ceiling, and you got a game that can draw many people in and keep many people in. That's not quite it, either. There's a certain resilience to the communities of any source game, and with TF2 it's no different. Another piece of what I'd say that keeps the fanbase going is, well, the fanbase itself. There's plenty I could list off, but I think a decent piece of that too is various newer TF-tubers and older TF-tubers managing to keep creating some fresh new content. It's pretty impressive when you consider Jungle Inferno came out like 5 years ago. I have to say the quality of this video isn't quite what I'd like it to be, but perhaps I'll get better with time. How do I plan to end this off?
Weapon reskins in TF2 have always seemed like a strange case to me.